Some 24 minutes after 8, still on the State of the Nation address to be delivered later by the President. And we've got messages, Roland, from your conversation with our guests on AM Talk. We have our colleague Latif Idris, who is at the center of Ododododo, Jamestown to be specific, with a sit-down with some of the people who live there. We want to test the state of the nation from different people's perspective, and that's why I want to take some messages on WhatsApp right now, because a lot of you have been sending a lot of messages. This one from Prince Amoating Kaboni writes from Ofori Chrome, says President Mahama again to present the State of the Nation address to Ghanaians. Mr. President, you failed us massively with your constant promises. The state is in serious hardships. Everyone is suffering except people who belong to the current NDC government. Not sure you can substantiate that, but thanks for the message that you sent to us. This one says, Roland, good morning. Tell Mr. Purple to stop the stories he's telling. We don't have jobs and food to eat. And he's talking about schools and building. Okay, so somebody very much unhappy, Vincent in Kumasi, sending that message. This one says, good morning, Roland Mamavi. I expect the president to pay all arrears to nurses, prosecute all corrupt public officials, provide essential medical supplies, and clear all NHIS arrears. Okay, this one says, somebody's just playing back a little bit that the president promised us in 2015. Not sure if I can see that, but this one says, please let the WA MP know that building school roads, hospitals, and infrastructures is from, they should tell us the youth know how we're going to fend for ourselves without employment and stop the false talks. Bernard from Awaso sending us that message. The president should stop his propaganda. The reality is that Ghanaians are suffering. We would show to him what we don't, that we don't have short memories. Kindly include your name when you send us messages. We'll come back and read more messages on WhatsApp.
As always, you want to get interactive, 0560 800,000 is the number for our WhatsApp platform. But right now, you're watching us from home, but perhaps you're moving to the office or a place where you can get interactive TV. You can always log on through the net. And on YouTube, we have a channel, Major Online, and we're streaming live on that very channel. But in the meantime, we have to get to Latif Idris in the center of town, Jamestown or the Accra, and bringing to us the views of us, the ordinary Ghanaian.
Still the chance of some thundery showers through this week.
It is something that the Constitution mandates the President to do. According to Article 67 of the Constitution, I would like to read what it says. The President shall, at the beginning of each session of Parliament and before a dissolution of Parliament, deliver a message on the state of the nation. So that is what the President would be doing today at the floor of Parliament. And some of the subjects that will come out are macro and micro economy. Those terms do not really resonate with people living in rural Ghana. And ahead of the President's speech today, I'm in one such community. You can call it rural Accra or typical Accra, where the people here do not really get the deeper terms and understanding of some of the terms the President will be using on the floor of Parliament today when he gives the State of the Nation. I'm here with some of them trying to get a better understanding of what their State of the Nation is. As you can see in the background, we have lots of people over here. Their television sets for the President to start delivering the State of the Nation on the floor of Parliament. So I'm here to engage the mood of some residents in rural Accra to find out what their State of the Nation is. Hello, you're welcome to join you, sir.
Yeah, thank you.
So you give me your name?
I'm Setnati.
Setnati?
Yes.
Setnati is not the only...
Please, thank you for offering. I'm Edward Takikombi.
Please, thank you for. I'm Elias Mosi.
Elias Mosi. And your name, madam?
Thank you. I'm Claudia Aite.
Claudia. Say ladies first. So let me start with you.
Okay.
What is the state of Ghana today? as far as you are concerned, if you are asked to deliver a State of the Nation address, what is your own perspective of the state of the nation?
Well. Things are going very good. I mean, looking at a lot that our President, John Dramani Mahama, have done. Like, when you look at our roads, the overhead bridges, and on our streets, because before things wasn't like that. And first of all, let me talk about the Dumso. He promised that there will be a time they won't take the light again. And as I'm saying and looking at things is getting better. Most of our areas, they have stopped the Dumso something, you know. And about the schools, he have built many schools like the SHS. And when you look at the Independence Avenue School, he has started building JHS. There is one that is in progress, you know.
Let's hold on to, you mentioned the issue of Dumso. Let me find out from you, sir. She mentioned Dumso. What is your own take on that, I mean, controversial subject?
Well, in the last nation's address, actually, the president promised to fix it. And coming to the end of the year, we saw that really things have improved a lot. Because right now, we are not asking about Dumso, but rather we are now asking for a drop in the tariffs, if you want for it. As at now, I think the Dumso situation is no more.
Okay, so that was on Dumso. I want you to tell us your own state of the nation. Where is Ghana now as far as you are concerned?
Well, some time ago, we are not in the medium brackets of the society. But as at now, we are termed middle income nation. It's all due to our lot. Ghana is progressing steadily. It's not going backwards. Well, some maybe I think may doubt that is so. But if you come even to our local settings, you know that yes, things are improving. Children are now going to school more due to the school feeding programs. More schools are being built. Our settings rather is getting better. It's getting better and better.
All right, so you have mentioned that middle income economy, and as far as you are concerned, you are feeling it in your pocket. Now, let me come to you, sir. Middle income, do you feel it in your pocket?
Oh, yeah. First, let me tell my cherished viewers. Yeah, what he's saying is true, but what happens is that I feel it. So, as we are aware of the situation at the moment, and if you recall, I think there was 3 days ago, regarding South Africa, they were complaining about unemployment and some disease. So it's not something that is only in Ghana, but it's something like a global issue. And the government is trying its best. You understand what I'm saying? Because things are not all that we expecting, but it's trying its best to do it. So we take it as a good planning, you know.
If you say government is trying to fix the challenge of unemployment, what have you seen? What actions, what plans have government put in place that makes you, I mean, convinced that yes, indeed, government is committed and is fighting the issue of unemployment in the country?
Oh, yeah. To me, what I've seen is, at the moment, when you talk of the youth employment program, is trying to, to train people so that they can be by themselves, especially by yourself. And also, regarding the issue about unemployment and everything, as I'm saying, if you recall right now, some of those national service people, now they are being, employed to do regarding the road safety. They are trying their best on the roads, directing traffic. So all is part of the problem of solving the unemployment.
Unemployment. You think that is a long-term, solution to the current unemployment challenge that we face? Getting people to direct traffic?
Oh, it's not so. But what happens is that we are in the country, and where there are some challenges, you need to adapt yourself, as you got what I'm saying, to try to solve it out. So that's why some of the people is trying to engage them this road trafficking and all sort of things. And besides that, because of what is going in the country, especially regarding the accidents, we need some, I think, telling car people who are really mature, or a team to say, this is the way it should go, this is the way. So if they are engaging national service personnel, I think it's the right direction.
But that's a short-term way of fixing the challenge of unemployment. Do you agree?
Oh, I don't think it's a short term. National service personnel, and we are being engaged in this thing. I know some people who have been in national service and they were doing some jobs. Later, they were employed fully. So as you are doing such a thing, through that, you can be employed. So I don't think that is a short-term program.
So let's still stay on employment. Let me come to you, sir. You give us your name again.
So my name is Elias Mosi.
Tell us what you do.
I speak Hausa.
What do you do?
Hausa, I can speak Hausa. Okay. Abin muna gani shine garin na tafiya kan muna so. Don gwamnati yana aiki kan da ya kamata. Don yanzu kana rent house baka bill house ba kana da problem. Amma ka bill house ko da ka mutu diyanku na suna da free. Shi yasa yana gina min sukuru, yana yi hospital, yana gyara hanya, yana yi komi. Shi ne aikin gwamnati ya kamata yi. Shi yasa ba mu gan problem wurin shi. Komi yana tafiya kan muna so.
Okay. Mr. here believes that President Mahama is on track and the developmental project he's undertaking is right in course, and he believes that there is no challenge as far as President Mahama's agenda of developing Ghana is concerned, building schools, roads and other projects that he has undertaken, and so he is convinced that President Mahama is on course. But he raised a very serious or controversial issue which has to do with rent. Let me come to you.
My name is Isaac
Ayi. Mr. here raised a controversial issue about rent. Can you tell us the issue of rent in your neighborhood here?
Oh, actually, when you talk about the rent on this neighborhood, I don't think it's too expensive. And not unemployment. That's why people have been complaining. And this government can never solve unemployment at one day, because unemployment is a world system problem. When you go to everywhere, US, everywhere, there's unemployment there. And this government have tried its best and help this nation. When you look at infrastructure facilities, it's going on. Schools, roads, and other things, this government have been trying well.
So, tell me, what is this one thing on your mind that you would want President Mahama to fix before he ends his first term as president?
Oh, actually, we are all crying for employment. We are all crying for employment. And Mama have done something which have touched my heart. That's the reducing of the tax and those things. Because taxation too has been killing our businesses. And we have since this year, but we are praying that it should reduce the price of the petrol more for us. Then things will move fast for us.
One issue that you want the president to fix has to do with the issue of unemployment and the issue of utility tariffs.
Utility tariffs. That's our main problem, because unemployment in this system is very high.
So what do you do?
Oh, I'm a personal businessman. I'm doing my own business.
We had severe power outages a couple of months ago. Did it affect your business in any way?
Oh no, I think this problem has come because of our population. When you look at the time Nkrumah built the Akosombo Dam, the problem is not like this. But once the population has been increased, all the government must do something to help the energy sector. But past government haven't done anything. So if this government is facing any energy problem, we must support him and fix the problem. There's no day we shout. We must bring our mind together, sit down on one table and discuss how we can solve this problem. And we solve it once and for all, because this problem has been created because of the increase of the population. Now look at the population in Greater Accra alone. It's too much. Everybody is coming to Accra because of the employment. So this electricity problem, I don't think is a government problem. It's for us. We must sit down and solve it and know how to solve the problem.
Okay. Thank you very much. Let's move on to some other individuals here. Get their perspective of the state of the nation. As you can see, we have people with their television sets on. They are waiting for the president to get into parliament and start, delivering the state of the nation address. Hello, you're welcome to join us, sir.
Thank you. I'm just selling fish and chicken, sir.
So this is a cold store?
A cold store, yeah.
I'm sure that in the wake of Dumso, when we had severe power outages, you suffered, your business suffered.
Simply because I'm saying no never independent libre at and I say the air cost or may drew don't so no and I said time and power no air call for near the adeno. Ne high and pa na ma human in ayabasa na no man study munina muhuno and now say and no be brave say omodo no ma be near the adina na rough and tina and yadia a boy and cry.
Has that changed in any way?
Oh, quite be say the can power nigina so no normal assistant kakra. You see, and ama omodo no ma begu ha no omo nam begu ha no omo di begu na afin so ama business e koso kakra.
So this man here, he runs a cold store. What he's telling me is that when we had severe power outages a couple of months ago, it affected his business adversely. But since we had a bit of stuff, it's as president.
Said the engine I bomb pie say no because of it. The
So Latif Idris, they're having a conversation with some persons who live in Jamestown. Opinions differs. What people expect the president to touch on may differ depending on where you live or how you feel the situation. But back on WhatsApp, Biggie Man says, Mamavi, all that I expect from the president is his plans on permanent employment and the tools with which to transform the economy in the next 6 months. Thanks for your message. This one says, it's from Alhaji Suleiman Siasia from United Zongo for Baumia. Please tell the president to listen to Dr. Baumia about the economy and stop deceiving people. That's your message. This one says, I think the president should drop tariffs. Despite all the shortfalls, he has really done his best for Ghana. That's your message. And kindly include your name when you do. Send me a message. I bet the president will mention that he tackled corruption by prosecuting poor NSS officers. What happens to the rest of the corrupt practices committed by politicians? This is Jato Kalio sending me that message on WhatsApp. Okay, this one says, Mr. Roland, what will President Mahama say that will be different from what he has said in the last year's State of the Nation address? My state is that Ghana is doomed and President Mahama must go. Godfred Yankee in Takrade is saying, so what will be different? I mean, I know that you've been trying to assess, trying to find out, from people. But what do you personally say on the subject?
I think notably the subject of energy, he would dwell on that as the positives. Because last year, by this time, when he was having the State of the Nation address, a large swath of the country was really in darkness. We were not having a head and tail as to what the solutions were and what they would be, even though about 4 weeks later we had some outline of what we will be needing and what will be done. And so he will use that as an advantage to be a springboard on which we can also be in a position as a country to improve and also look at how we can continue with the way we're managing the energy crisis. And you should know that we also went to the IMF.
Yeah.
And through that, we've been able to manage our finances adequately, better than we did. Because over the last 2-3 years, have been periods where we've had consistent overrun of our budgets. And it's also because we've not been prioritizing how the expenditures have been. But we've been able to manage the wage issues well, even though we've had the resultant effect being the intermittent strike actions from the various labor unions, etc. So those notably, as a president who will be the incumbent going into an election, in an election year, he will be raising. Of course, he'll talk about security. I'm sure he'll try to take a dig at the opposition once in a while. But notably, those will be the issues that he should discuss.
All right. Baba Halaru from Kofrodia is watching the show, and he says it is too expensive living in Ghana. You need the president to remove some of his taxes and also let the ordinary Ghanaian enjoy the current world market price of oil.
Perhaps he has a certain benchmark.
Well, he's coming from definitely from somewhere. Yeah, but these are specific issues that we don't get. Taxes, we've been making a lot of noise on taxes. Do you think that something would happen?
I think that from where we're coming from, because the situation is not the same, it's not normal. So we're coming from a system where the level of taxation was not as it is currently. And so the conclusion we all can make as consumers, as people who tend to take part in ordinary commerce, that we are having a lot of taxes being imposed on the ordinary Ghanaian. But if you interact with the managers of the economy, but notably those with the revenue authorities, with the Ministry of Finance, will tell you that we need a lot more. On the other side will be the argument that we needed to be a lot more innovative about the way we manage our taxation as a country. But we're here because the fundamentals or the structures of the economy are not right. The manufacturing sector is suffering because we have not improved the state of agriculture. That will become the vehicle for which we can feed the manufacturing sector with a lot more raw materials. So now, even though we're making the effort to reduce importation of rice and other consumables, we have not been able to do that sharply or steeply. And so we still have to import, even though it's reduced. So we take a look at that. It means that we have to take some years to be able to change the structure of the economy. If we're able to do that, then we'll be in a state where we can improve the way in which we are. I think that when we're able to do that, then we will, Mamavi, be in a position where we can make the conclusions that we're doing well as it is. But now we're having, for example, inflation running at a certain level for which, if we don't take care, we will have to get some level of stability to be in a position to draw those conclusions that we're a country that is very much progressive. But so far, we're hoping that we can get a lot more.
Sure. And we're trying to test what people feel is the state of their own nation, because Ghana belongs to all of us. So we've got lots of messages also on Facebook. This one from Francis Anochi says the state isn't any better from where we first took it from. Having clean highways where no one dwells, but extremely dirty abode speaks better for our current deterioration as a people. The state is now in her harvest period for all the wrong. Wow, this is like some teasers right there, but I think we get the import of your message. Thanks very much, Maxwell. And Nefi says, take agriculture, health, education, and economic this government has failed totally. We now import cocoa from Ivory Coast, but time and destiny would tell. Nanayao says state of the whole nation or that ill Accra. I just don't get this. Too bad I can't post pics on this page. I would have taken a pic of where I live so you can also have an idea about the state of my nation. Oh, Charlie. Felix Akko says, nice picture, but we have grown past roads and other social amenities into better life in single Ghanaian. People are crying and just see what is pasted as ordinary photo. Okay, Edward Anand, kindly go up for me so I can read Edward's message. Edward says Ghana's future is not the sex worker in the streets, but the one in the classroom. As long as there's poverty, there will be some people that will sell sex if you are selling sex. Okay, I'm sure this will be in relation to the conversation about child prostitution, but these are some of the messages, Roland, on Facebook. I know that a number of you are still sending messages on our WhatsApp page, which is 0560 800,000. Keep the messages coming through. We do have entertainment before we wrap up the AM show, but we're bringing live coverage of the State of the Nation address to be delivered by President John Dramani Mahama right here on our show. But this one says, I expect President John Mahama to create and establish jobs for the good people of Ghana. Isa Al-Hassan Mobila. Jobs, I think jobs, that's what's ringing today. Jobs, jobs.
Because we have a lot more young people, we keep churning them out from various educational institutions. And those also in the informal sector need to carry on with their lives. But because we've not had expansion in various critical areas of the economy, there's been expansion in the services sector, yes, generally, but we've not had expansion in agriculture and the manufacturing sector in the quantum that would enable the various subsectors of those areas to be able to absorb those teeming youth or skilled people into relevant sectional job areas. So those have been the difficulties that we're facing. The thing is, we need, what really is a strategy? If the strategy is right, when do we hope that we can create a certain quantum of jobs, and what type of jobs are we going to create, and in what form are they going to be, and how long is that going to take us to do that?
Yeah.
Those are the things. For those who go to normal school, business school and things, you can go work in the banks, you can go work in the critical areas of the services sector, etc. But we know that at least what the statistics indicate, we have not less than over 40% of employment created by the agricultural sector.
Yeah.
But if the sector is not improving, it means that it is not capitalized. In economics, in business, etc. Capitalization means that the quantum of money that the sector is worth, that is worth it. And so when we have that, then we will be in a position to say that we can create 10,000 jobs through the various value chains in the agricultural sector. We're still manufacturing, we're still growing the way we're growing.
Yeah.
We're not having plantations, and even the produce are not being taken through the production lines.
We seem to be stuck with agric.
Yeah, ideally, we should.
We are where we were. We haven't.
Good.
Yeah.
We should be sticking with agric, but we're not expanding with agric.
Yeah, sure. I get it. The last message before we bring you entertainment. This one says, "Good morning, Mama and Roll. The president will only deliver the NDC 2016 manifesto from only full of propaganda and political gimmick, not the state of the nation." That's from Hukash Montari in Ketakrachi. And on that note, we'll bring you the latest in entertainment. Stay with us.